It's break time and the pupils step out to stretch their legs while enjoying some fresh air and shade from these trees tells. The joy of enjoying the outdoors is evident from their activities. But that serene environment enjoyed by these pupils may be short-lived if help is not extended soonest to the Adjumani Copper DA Basic School at Adar West in the Greater Accra region. All these trees, mahogany, acacia, coconut, and other species here are to be cleared from the school compound. The lack of desks has forced authorities of the school to take that tough decision. But environmentalists are worried, not just because of the impending issue, but also activities of the townsfolk encroaching into the school's mini forest reserve and cutting down trees for TV poles, charcoal, and other purposes. Built in 1989 from resources of the inhabitants of the then Dangbe district and with assistance from the 31st December Women's Movement, there has not been any renovation since then. This is the primary 3 classroom with 55 pupils. At the time of the clarion call for full compliance with the COVID-19 protocols, social distancing is practically non-existent here. Not a fault of theirs, but due to the inadequate classroom furniture.
We have about 200 plus trees on the compound. It has provided shade for the children, and not the children alone, even the community as well. When there's a funeral in the community, you see them come into the school, do their things in the school. Like here, the community only depends on what? Firewood. So at times they be cutting the tree for firewood. Some too have been cutting them for other purposes, like roofing and other things. Yeah, we try to prevent them, but we will not be here all the time. During the vacation, they will have their way. We are appealing to NGOs, government, district assemblies to come to our aid. We need the furniture. Actually, we need the furniture, the desks, we need them. When you go to the classroom now, some of the children are sitting about 4 on the desks. Some even right on the floor. As we are talking today, if the government will promise us, maybe by 2 weeks or a week's time, they will give us a desk, I don't think we'll cut the tree. If we cut it, then maybe it will be something from the forest department and not from us.
Other classrooms are also busting at their seams. The problem runs through all the streams, and the current state of the library is a testimony. Tables with no chairs. Hence, the library is a white elephant. Plans are afoot. Break up the classes into A and B streams with all these new structures put up. But that had to be put on hold with the new classroom block under lock and key. For a former headmaster of the school, Mr. Moses Natogbenu, it's a shame that the initiative of their pioneers to preserve the environment had to die for lack of basic tools like chairs.
Next time I step foot on the compound, I don't feel happy. I feel all that I've done has depleted. Yes, I don't actually feel. Instantly, I think we start replanting. Yes, to bring the forest back. Actually, when this forest was here, we experienced rain here. Without rain in Agbedrafo or Bonikofi. It makes people surprised, but I know that is how nature is. Yes. So things are going off and we need to replace them.
We need to replace them, but you cannot do that without the collaboration of the community. You plant, and then they cut. What do we do?
Currently, the sort of elders that we have are not what we had previously. And I can bet that they will help us preserve what we want to preserve, provided they've given a bylaw. Yes. So we are in their hands. I said we'll educate them because of, for the sake of new ones that we're planting. As for these ones, the matured one, as we've decided to be cutting, I'm no more thinking of it. And as they are mature too, I know nobody will come to cut except a sawmill owner. And that man cannot come single-handed. Yes. Like I said, the elders are vigilant. I will encourage other schools to emulate what we have done. And I will advise our women and those who cut trees in our forest to desist from that.
I sought answers from the District Chief Executive of Adan West, Mr. Akrufi Lawe Ajote.
The Assembly has so many bylaws on the keeping of the environment. For instance, if you have a treeless community, then what are you talking about? It rains, and then it rains, so you have this problem. Again, these trees are something like protection. They form a protection, again, or wind sheet, we will say. When there are storms, for instance, you don't have trees. Sometimes it will break a tree. Instead of coming to your house, you have that situation. That's why it is very, very critical. But you begin to cut down all the trees, then certainly you are exposing yourself. Vegetation, for instance, also. If we get a treeless community or a treeless surroundings, for instance, it also will have a negative impact on even farming, for instance, or gardening. That is the thing. Because it changes the climate totally. Now that it has come to our knowledge that certain group of people are agitating for the trees to go, we'll be scouting the place. And we scout through the Honorable Assemblyman back there, his unit committee members, and then the chief. Also, we have various NGOs operating. We also have the churches, local council of churches we work with. They also love trees, of course, so they wouldn't allow that. So when through forestry normally champions this. And so when we get to know, we'll do that. So as for the preservation, I can assure you, I know the Honorable Assembly member, a teacher by profession too, wouldn't just sit there and get this thing going. If he's unable to contain the situation, he comes to the Assembly.
On June 5, 2021, the UN launched the Decade Action of Ecosystem Restoration with the call to save the earth from further degradation. But situations such as this will crop up daily if policymakers do not put adequate measures in place and channel more resources to tackling the basic needs of its citizenry. For GBC News, Clara Mlano reporting.
Now we have a P here and a P